Hello guys, welcome back to your daily TikTok doses. It's your girl TikTok Liz, and on today's episode we have amazing content for you, perfectly splendid.
I have school today, so I'm gonna do my makeup like real fucking dramatic just because all of the girls look at me like I'm crazy pulling up with a full face, you know? Which I get it, I guess, but it's like, bro, why not wear a full face of makeup to school? I know it's just school, but like, that doesn't mean you gotta look all bummy and shit, you know? I guess like a cut crease ain't like super dramatic, but just to go to school, like, I don't know. But yeah, it's just funny seeing all the people, they just stare at me because I'm like the only person that does their makeup, you know? Not that I do it all the time, but I do like to do it, bitch. Low-key, forgot I was making this video, but I'm just doing my foundation. But bro, oh my gosh, let me tell you guys a story of when I used to work at Chipotle and this dude made a fucking PowerPoint for me, like, so I can go out with him, bro. It was the funniest shit. I had to have been maybe like 16 or 17 and whatever. I used to be the cashier and he like came through and paid. And as he was leaving, he was like, hey, when you're not busy, can you like come to my table? Like, I need help with something. Like, can I ask you something? I was like, sure. So I like end up going up to his table and I'm like, what's up? Like, what do you need help with? And he's like, well, I don't really need help with anything. He's like, but can you watch this and then let me know what you think? And he hands me his phone, bro. And it's literally like a fucking PowerPoint, like off Google and shit. So the first slide, it says, if you're reading this, it means that I found you extremely attractive. I was like, okay. Then I go to the next slide and then he starts talking about himself. Talking about, this is my name. I'm this many years old. Bro, he was 26. Keep in mind, I was like 16 or 17, definitely underage. And I was like, what the fuck? Then I keep going and it's like, I like to do this on my free time. Like, I have this many kids, blah, blah, blah. I was like, so I get done going through all the slides and I look at him and he's like, so what do you think? Do you want to go out with me or what? Because the last slide said, would you like to go on a date with me? And I looked at him, I'm like, I'm a little girl, bro. Aside from the fact that he did that weird ass shit, he was this cholo ass dude. Like, don't y'all have business to go take care of, but y'all be spending your free time making fucking PowerPoints, bitch? Really? Yeah, I obviously didn't end up going out with him because... But dude, in my head, I'm like, so he just carries this PowerPoint around and every time he sees a girl that looks cute, he fucking presents it to them. That shit has me dead. Aside from that, look at my makeup, bitch. It looks so cute, dude. So cute.
I'm about to do my makeup to go absolutely nowhere, but I'm going to do a quick story time about the time I almost got shanked by a prostitute in high school. Okay, so in high school, my mom would always send me to the grocery store at like the randomest times because she'd be making something and she would need something for that specific recipe, so she'd just send me to the store. So one time in the middle of the winter, it was like 7 or 8 because the sun went down really early. She was like, you really have to go to the grocery store. Like, I really need this one thing. I was like, fine, whatever. Like, it's a few minutes up the street. Like, I'll just go. I'll be back in a few minutes. Like, this won't take me too much time, you know? I'm still in the parking lot. I'm getting out of my car and I hear this lady go, hey, miss, like, please, like, hey, miss. She's trying to get my attention. And I'm like, nope. Like, I watch Criminal Minds. I watch the news. I'm not about to be one of those girls who ends up on the news for getting kidnapped. I simply refused to turn around. Like, I was just like, no, I'm not gonna turn around. Sorry, woman. And she just gets louder and louder and closer. So I know, like, she's coming up to me. Like, she is literally coming up to me or something. And she's just yelling, like, please, miss, like, turn around. So against my better judgment, I decide to turn around and to listen to what this lady has to say because she seemed like she was in genuine trouble. Like, she seemed like she needed actual help. So I was like, you know what? Let me just listen to her. She starts telling me about how she's basically homeless and she doesn't have a car, and she lost all of her family and she hasn't been able to, like, work really, and things were just really hard on her and she just needed a ride up the street to the bank. I know my hometown really well. the place she was talking about was less than a mile, and it was in a very well lit area, so it was like very public. She wasn't going to be able to just like take me. I mean, she could, but like not really. I tried to like tell her no a few times, just like straight up. I was like, sorry, like I can't really help you. I have to get this and go home. Like I'm just running an errand quickly for my mom. Like, I'm sorry, I would, but I can't. She just kept begging and pleading. She was like, please, please, like, I really need to. Also, mind you, it is the middle of the winter, so there was snow on the ground. Like, it was actually snowing, so it was freezing cold, and, like, it would have been unfair for me to just, like, say no. And she was also very clearly physically disabled. I guess that's an important part of the story. So, like, she probably couldn't make it, like, the less than a mile walk that it was up the street. Again, against my better judgment, like, please don't do this. I decided to take her because I just felt really bad for her, and I was like, I have a car, like, I have the opportunity, let me just help her out, and then I'll go, like, back to the grocery store, get my stuff, and go home. Like, it'll be really quick. Basically, I was just like, okay, I'm gonna take her really quickly. This is gonna be quick. I'm gonna help her out. And I'm running out of time, but I'll make a part 2, even though this is 3 minutes long.
All right, y'all, get ready with me story time. This one is crazy, so you're going to want to pay attention. This one takes place in Mexico in a little ranchito. If you don't know what a ranchito is, it's like a little small town where everyone knows everyone, and you're probably related to half of the population there. My cousins and I were hanging out with a group of friends, and comes along this little güerito. That's what we're going to call him, el güero. At the time that I met El Güero, I was about 12 years old, and he offered to walk me home the night that we had met. I said yes. He walked me home. We talked a little bit, got to know each other. He dropped me off. We said goodbye, and that was the last thing I knew about him for about 3 years. So flash forward 3 years later, I am now 15. I am walking around the ranchito again with my cousins, and I see someone that looks very familiar. Who is it? Who else is it gonna be? It's El Güero. But just to make sure it is him, I go up to him. I don't know why I was so bold about it. I was like, hey, what's your name? He goes, oh, my name is da-da-da-da-da. And I realized, yes, it was, in fact, El Güero that I had met 3 years prior. I think after I had asked him for his name, he also recognized me, but we never really talked or had a conversation. We would just kind of pass by each other, look at each other, make eye contact, and smile. And that was really the only form of communication that we had, and even though it wasn't really communication. So a few days after I had asked him for his name, I get a call from my aunt, and she tells me that there was something left on the doorstep for me, and she knows that it is for me because it is a bracelet with my name on it, along with a little blue rose. So I go and pick it up, and yes, there's a little bracelet with a little blue rose. Cutest thing ever. And I am wondering, who's it from? Who's it from? Who's it from? Yes, it was from El Güero. How did I know it was from El Güero? Some lady actually saw him drop it off and told my dad, oh, da-da-da-da-da, left it there. And my dad was like, oh, you mean my cousin's kid? And she was like, yeah. So my dad turns to me and goes, oh, yeah, then that's like your second cousin. My parents found this extremely amusing, while me and El Güero didn't so much, especially when we were later introduced formally at his house as cousins. A year later, he moved to the city with his mom, and still to this day, I have not seen or heard anything about him. So moral of the story, a la prima no se la rima.
So I'm going to tell you guys a funny story. So when I was in high school, I was like a junior. I was in the mall with my friend. We were waiting to get some food. We were in the line, and the lady in front of me had a kid, and the kid was like looking at me, smiling, giving me high fives. And the woman turned around and smiled at me just because her kid was like, you know, trying to play with me. And after we ordered, we went to the side of the thing to wait on the food. And the woman looked at me and she was like, are you pregnant? I'm like, no. And then she was like, well, my kid has a sense for people that are pregnant. That's why she was playing with you so much. And I'm like, what? That is crazy. And she was like, yeah, my kid can sense it. Whole time, I'm a virgin. I didn't even but I didn't want to burst her bubble. So I was just entertaining her. I was being nice because that's just who I am. I was like, you know, entertaining it, smiling and stuff. And then once I got my food, me and my friends went to go sit down. And while we were sitting down, the woman, she left by the time we were sitting down. She came back from outside, and my friends were like, guys, she's coming back. And she came to me while I was eating, and she was like, I think you're having a boy. And I'm like, what? That's so cool. I'm having a boy? And she was like, yeah. I'm like, well, I gotta go get tested. I actually want to know what pregnancies her kid predicted, because why does she think that? And like, what if she said that to a lady who was trying to have a kid? That would be so messed up. I just realized I didn't put on my lashes, but I've been using the 3D foam ink. These, got them at CVS. Also, I'm trying to heal. I'm trying to grow and stuff, so I'm not talking to anybody. I'm not dating or anything. But when I start, I'll talk to you guys about it, and I'll be doing like, get ready with me for a date, blah 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 blah. So I'm not leaving you guys out of anything. Whew, I love the way that smells. Have a great day. Go act the fool. Go get money. Go dress up. Do whatever you need to do to make you happy. Stay safe.
Well, and that's it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. We've got so much amazing content for you. See you soon for a new episode.